Hey, what's up? So, just a little update. This will probably be a little short video, but I've got the car pretty much to the point where the engine's ready to go in, I guess. Uh, so I did some of the wiring here. I got a line for my fan that's coming off of that relay. I ran the wire to the fuel pump down in there coming off of this relay. This relay is actually going to be, it was the starter relay for this car, but I'm actually going to use it as the relay to run the ECU and all of that electronics on the ECU, because I wanted it to be big like this to handle however much current it throws at it. I also welded in those plates on the towers. It came out real well, I think. The other thing I did was, I won't show you because all it is a fuel pump, but I put the fuel pump on. It's on the inside of the frame rail, kind of right behind the rear axle there. So that's done. And also for a fuel return line, that's actually my fuel return line right there. The other line that you see in there is a tank vent. So the reason I did this is I wasn't sure if this cap was venting correctly a while back, so I added this line right here. It just wraps around a couple times and is open. It just vents. Then this is my return line. I did it here because I didn't want to modify the tank. I didn't want to have to drop the tank and put a fitting in it and do all this other stuff. I actually got this idea from my truck, because when I put the fast fuel system in there, fuel air separator system for my diesel truck, they actually have the return line from that pump going into the filler neck, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a good idea. So that's an idea I kind of stole, I guess, but whatever, it works. And now I guess I get to start cleaning up this engine. I'll show you over here. So this is the engine going in the Fairlane. I pretty much haven't touched it since I picked it up, so it's still got transmission cooler hanging off of it, all the wires, everything. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna have to move this alternator over here and lower. I found a video online of a guy that actually used this bracket, just basically took this alternator, used this bolt hole on the alternator right here, and did that, and then kind of tilted it down to get it low, and then just cut off the excess bracket right here, which I'm going to have to do anyways because I've got a car intake manifold I'm going to put on here. Like I said, this is drive-by wires, so I'll be set up for cruise and everything. Gonna do an oil pump, gonna do a full gasket kit, probably except head gaskets, because that's a lot of work. I'll need to do fuel fitting up here. I still have to get a fuel pressure regulator / filter. I'll probably just do like a Corvette one, whatever the common one is that people use. And again, the manifolds, I'm gonna have to figure that out once it's in the vehicle. Obviously engine mounts I'll have to figure out. So yeah, let's get to work. Alright, so I got the bulk of the wiring done tonight, actually. Pretty excited about that. Let me show you what I did. So I used lt1swap.com or .org, I forget. Anyways, so this is what the harness looks like right now, before putting any covering on it or anything. Looks way better than I did before. I got all my grounds from the harness joined into this big gray wire right here, and I got it grounded right here. Let's see, I've got all my pinks. I think I wound up with 14 pink wires going into one 8-gauge wire right here for the power. Let's see, this is for the AC pressure sensor in case I want to do AC on this thing. I've still got that in there. So yeah, there's some wire that came off. That's just a few, but this is the bulk of it that came off. My buddy Roger actually came over and helped me with this, and that's another pile that came off. This is all the other stuff I wound up taking off the engine. At least for now, most of it is going to stay off, but yeah, we'll see. I want to show you guys one thing that I did that I like doing on all my LS swaps. So you see how the crank sensor is way down here, way behind the starter and everything. Well, let's say you're in the car and for whatever reason you need to take the harness out, and you don't want to take your starter out, and it's really annoying to reach back in there over the starter and get to it. So what I do is I come up here to the top of the head and I put another connector on that wire. So all you have to do is disconnect it right there and then leave that hanging, and then you can take the harness out. Sometimes I'll do the same thing for this cam sensor, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to have to get an oil pressure adapter right here for my little oil light that I'm keeping on the dashboard. Let's see what else. Nothing else spectacular. I'm going to get some new O2 sensors. I'm going to get a bunch of parts ordered hopefully tonight. This connector here was super weird to me, but it's for the TAC module, the throttle actuator controller. So first time I'm using one of these. I almost got my buddy to cut all these wires and take it out, but I'm glad I had a second look at that. Let's see, I think that's just about it. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up for the night and go in and make dinner, order some parts. Yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait. It's gonna be nice.